Again, for the last 25 years or so, a broadly left-wing ideology, which might also be described as liberal or progressive, has held sway in Western Europe and the United States. There have been brief blips, for example, the presidency of Donald Trump, but even when supposedly right-wing parties such as the British Conservatives held power for 14 years, they still adhered to the same general agenda as everywhere else. In France and Britain, Sweden and Germany, Italy and Canada, the same ideology ruled. This may be summed up as favouring, or at least permitting, mass immigration from Asia, Africa and Latin America, and also trying to revise history so that the citizens of the West began to despise the achievements of their ancestors and become ashamed of their own history. In recent years, all this has begun to change. The Scandinavian countries and the Netherlands, formerly the most liberal nations in the world, have cracked down hard on immigration, as has Italy. France and Germany are heading to the right, they're in political turmoil, and in America, Trump has triumphed again. This afternoon, one of the figureheads of the progressive world movement, Justin Trudeau, has announced his intention to retire from politics. Everywhere we look in the West, a new mood is abroad. Britain is something of an outlier now, with a government which is nominally at least socialist. It's out of step with the rest of the Western world. But discontent is growing in Britain, and there are calls for the resignation of the Prime Minister and perhaps even another election. If this present administration lasts a full term to 2029, then this country will be like some outpost of a past and discredited ideology hanging on desperately although the rest of the world has changed. We should be as irrelevant in the modern age as Kazakhstan or another of those former Soviet republics. I can't see that happening though, and I have great hopes that Starmer and his gang will be toppled long before 2029.